Welcome back to Immortal Empires, where we are playing Luthor Harkon trying to take over Lustria. And as we start here with a zoomed out view of the map, you can see the dwarfs to the west have actually taken quite a bit of territory from Gorok. So now I think it's between us and the dwarfs really trying to fight over the remaining lands of the lizards. And if we look down here, Gorok does in fact have a half stack here, which Luthor for sure is going to be marching down towards. We did lose a bit of territory at the end of last episode, I believe. Yeah, Giotto falling to the dwarfs here, and Gorok taking back Quetzal. But if we take a look, can we build anything on Luthor's ship? I don't think so. We're building the Harpoon. Next turn that will be built. I think now we're just saving up the 10,000 gold to get tier 4. So let's go ahead and do that. That should be done in about 5 turns time. What else are we doing? We have no movement left, so that's it. Okay, we could build stuff over here, but I don't think we will. Just because I'm going to save that 10k gold for Luthor's ship. So, let's go ahead and check diplomacy. Oh, the 1,000 Moors. Rikarth is kind of close to a non-aggression pact, but our relation's actually deteriorating, so nothing will happen there. Yeah, sadly, no diplomacy. But that's okay, we're going to go ahead to our next turn, and then hopefully in the turns coming we can go down and kill Gorok and remove his final lands. Pirate Haven. A rival band of pirates have requested access to some of our coves and are willing to pay for it. Should we allow them to shelter in our territory or kill them and liberate the loot they're currently carrying? So we can get plus 20% income from Smuggler's Cove buildings or plus 3k straight away. I think we're going to get the plus 3,000 straight away just so we can sooner get to upgrading Luthor's ship. And another Slam Mage for the Lizardman there. And Two Toes Adley is ready for duty once again. So let's take a look at Luthor here. We're not within range this time. No. Huh. Why is his movement so low, I wonder? I'm not quite sure. Am I clicked on Luthor? I am. I thought I had movement range upgrades on him, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Or maybe there's some factors in play here that I'm not aware of. So we will attack this. Oh no, that's my settlement. What am I talking about? Let's actually just force march down here. Even if Gorok attacks us, he doesn't have much of a force. He won't be able to. The Skaven did take the Blood Swamps. So now Gorok is down to just 3 settlements as the Dark Elves also moving in here. So Rikarth over there. Things are about to get really spicy, I feel. So let's take a look at Luthor. There he is. I'm struggling to see him there. And yeah, nothing to upgrade. We just gotta wait for that. We have the growth. Oh wow, we have 35 growth. Okay, so we just need like 30k gold to get up to tier 5. So that's all good there. We're not gonna build anything in the settlements. Let's go ahead and end our turn again. Ah, dwarfs, my favourite, you know. I like them boiled with just a little salt and vinegar. Oh, I do like a good feed. Let's go and pick up dinner. I think that's expired, right? Was that? Yeah, mission aborted. Okay. And the Winds of Pain. The world yields to those who master the winds of magic. Great bolts from the heavens scour souls from bodies, whilst raging torrents of fire rend the very flesh from bone. Magic can rip enemies into a dozen pieces, or leave nothing but an ugly bloodstain where once they stood. The power granted by the Cataclysm many eons ago can be harnessed now to bring ruin and destruction upon our enemies. All of those who feel the pull of magic feel it grow, as the world festers under chaos' ruinous gaze. Their need to ravage grows stronger and stronger by the hour. So, plus 10 Winds of Magic power reserve per turn for all armies of all factions. Very nice. Our Vampire Fleet Captain will enjoy that. But let's go down here and attack Axolotl because Gorok has actually left the settlement. So let's march south and take this. Wait, we can actually occupy it. Has it been abandoned? Let's occupy this. There we go, Axolotl is now ours. So Gorok only has 2 settlements left. 2 minor settlements too. Oh wow. I think he's it's bye-bye time for the lizardmen here. At least one of them. As we take a zoom out view here. Who's this?
There are no pirates more
Marcus Wolfhart. Okay, so the Empire are also here. It looks like it's going to be a big fight between the dwarfs, maybe the Dark Elves of Rakarth, the Empire, Luthor, and maybe even the Skaven if they manage to get a few more settlements here. But let's go ahead and end the turn. I don't think there's anything to be done here. Yeah, nothing to be done. Next turn we can get the tier 4 building on Luthor's ship, which would be very nice. And we will also march towards Quetzal. So let's go ahead to turn 94. The turn timer is now taking quite a while, so I might have to increase the speed up to 3000% during editing. Another WA fails. And new technology. If you can keep your head while all around you are literally losing theirs. So minus 15% upkeep for zombie pirate deckhands mob, depth guard and zombie pirate gunnery mob units. That's very nice because depth guard are quite expensive. So let's open the tech tree. Is there anything else we could get here? Lord recruitment cost could be nice. Bonus versus infantry could be nice. Recruitment rank might be nice. We could just get +5 growth, honestly. Yeah, let's get the +5 growth. It might be a bit useless now because we're quite late into the campaign on turn 94. But that could work out. And we can actually take Quetzal this turn. So let's go ahead and do that. What's Luthor's armies looking like? Fully healed. Very nice. So let's go down to Quetzal. That's a decisive victory there. As my PC just hangs a little bit, so we will auto-resolve this one. There we go. Very nice. And occupy. Feel like we really are gaining some tempo now. And Luthor with the skill up. So what can we take for the vampire here? We could get control -5 for enemy province, income from raiding. What's poacher recruitment rank and bonus versus infantry? I don't think so. We've got everything at the top here. We could just go for his personal combat stats. So what's over here? We could give him charge bonus. Plus 10% weapon strength sounds nice. Let's actually give him some of that. There we go. And our Haunter also getting a level up. Let's go and give him... we could give him 5% ward save. Yeah, let's give him some 5% ward save. Make him a bit tankier so he can last longer in battle. And now, of course, we will upgrade Luthor's ship to tier 4. Oh, very nice. Soon he will be able to recruit some very powerful units wherever he is on the map. And speaking of which, we own quite a chunk of Lustria now. If we manage to take this, then we can fight the dwarves as we're already at war with them. We could really have some gains this episode. Gorok here, maybe we go and fight him next turn. We'll see. Do we have any diplomacy?
Born to come up.
We don't appear to have any diplomacy. Although we can almost get a defensive alliance with Harkon the Black. I think that would actually be beneficial to us there. Of course, we don't have many allies. We have the Skaven. Where is the Skaven? Would the Star Tower? They're tier 4. What about Altar of the Horned Rat? Tier 2. Okay. So I could build a... what's it called? An outpost there. And then maybe we could also recruit some Skaven units. Okay, so Gorok is coming back for Exlotl. Yep, we already moved away, so that's fine. And Gorok did sack Exlotl there instead of occupying it, and another WoW fails, as well as another Slam Mage Priest. A new mission issued, the Coat of their Jib. Defeat an army belonging to any of the following enemies of the Dread Fleet, so they're all High Elves. I don't like this lot, and I know you don't either, so I'm proposing that we take the fight directly to their door, because a victory here could well be crucial during the wars to come. Are you with me? So we could gain 40 relation with Noctilus there, as well as 100 infamy, but I don't think we're going to be doing that because we do have our own plans down here, of course, trying to take over Lustria. So we could come down here and maybe take this from the dwarves. And they have quite the garrison there, not too big. And it would be on the way to take Sabuton. It's probably not how you pronounce it. And they are as part of the same province. So in fact, let's go ahead and do this. Depending on the results here. So it's a decisive victory, low casualties, so there's no point manually fighting this one. Let's go ahead and auto-resolve that. Very nice, and occupy. And we gain a new trait, +3 leadership when laying siege or encircling. Very nice. And we do have some rank ups here, our vampire fleet captain. We could upgrade her magic. She does have arcane conduit now. We could give her -15% miscast base chance, or we could give her Kraken's pull, which I think we will do. There we go. Our gunnery white also leveling up. He has quite the selection of perks. Now we could give him blacker powder, so +6% missile strength. Very nice. And our haunter also gaining another level up. Let's go ahead and give him. Let's give him some melee defense. There we go. Make him nice and tanky there. We should heal up. Our heroes are healing up. Our units maybe not so much. So this could be a manual fight. Although there's not a lot of units here. So I guess we'll see. If we open this now, we can work our way towards rotting Prometheans if we wanted. And rotting Leviathans. That could be very interesting. Of course, we could also get the Declaner line of buildings here. And it would also give us an army ability. And this doesn't give us too many benefits. Let's go for this one, I guess. The artillery tree. As we do get the 2 uses there of the Zufbart 42 pounders. So, or we could just save up 20,000 gold and get tier 5. In fact, yeah, let's save up the 20,000 gold and get tier 5. I feel that might be a bit more useful for us. We do have 2 rights we can, or we can get a second Queen Bess. Let's look at Luthor's army. Who would we kick out for a second Queen Bess? Maybe a mortar. Has to be a mortar, right? Do you know what? I really do like that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get a second Queen Bess. And then over here, we can kick out this mortar. And recruit. Oh, can we only have 1 Queen Bess per army? Oh, maybe. It really does seem that way. Oh, because it's a regiment of renown, of course, you can only have 1 per army. Oh, so maybe we can make a second army soon. Especially if we expand and build some economy buildings. We'll see. For now, we'll just keep Luthor. That was a bit of an oopsie. Everyone check out diplomacy. Nothing going on here. We could negotiate this maybe. No, he wants too much gold for that. So let's go ahead and end our turn. We're getting quite close to turn 100 here. So the dwarves wanted a peace treaty. No. Your lands will be mine. The night sky bleeds purple. The winds of Shias strong, instilling the crew with newfound vigor and strength. Now is the time for action, for conquest, and for using this magical boon to our advantage. Should we control the seas or turn our attention to new lands? So we can get plus 20% campaign movement range, that's insane, or plus 20% casualty replenishment. I think we will go with the casualty replenishment for 15 turns, just because we do plan on doing a lot of battles here. So let's go ahead and take Luthor's army. We can reach Gorok's final settlement here this turn, and our army is basically 4 health. So let's go ahead and do this. Why is it not moving? Can I not actually reach here this turn? I'm not quite sure what's happening. That was a bit weird. And a decisive victory with low casualties, so that'll be another auto-resolve. Very nice. This is really picking up the tempo now, and Luthor gaining another level up. Let's go ahead and give him... let's give him some more weapon strength and bonus versus infantry. Very nice. Our army will heal up next turn. Or we could level up the harpoon here. So, what would we gain? We gain hero recruitment rank, more infamy per turn, and another use of Zuthbart 42 pounders. So let's go ahead and get Trident Launcher. Very nice indeed. I'm hesitant to build any economy buildings in these buildings. I feel like Gorok will probably occupy Xlotl, which is fine. I think that should be okay there. In fact, I do wonder, can we... here we go, so we can ask the Skaven to attack Gorok maybe? There we go, very nice. And let's go ahead and end our turn. Oh, settlement besieged. So Gorok there trying to give himself at least a settlement. And Clan Pestilence there do agree to attack Gorok. But a new personality, the Bad. So we gain the Kraken spell, plus 15% weapon strength, but minus 15% missile strength. And then a plus 50% cooldown nerf to the spell, because we still have our personality fractured. In fact, when... oh, what's this up here? Huh, I'm not quite sure. I think that's to do with infamy, right? Yes it is. Okay, so if we look at victory conditions, short victory conditions, restore Harkon's mind. There's probably a mission for this, isn't there? Is it this one? Win the following battle with Luthor Harkon's army. We would get Slan Gold, which might be the relic we need. Yes, the description there. What does that? It gives us spell resistance. It gives us an army ability. Power recharge. And raise dead cost minus 50%. That's actually quite nice. As well as casualty replenishment for a few turns. We could go ahead and do that battle now maybe. With the army that we have here. Our army is quite strong. Maybe we could get a second Necrofex Colossus whilst we're here, although I don't have access to that on Luthor's ship yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go out here, and then if we go to our missions here, we can teleport to this. And it's given us a close victory, but there will be reinforcements, I imagine. Let's go ahead and look at the terrain here. Ah, the terrain's very interesting. There's actually a lot of the map that isn't accessible, so we know roughly where the enemy will come from. So let's go ahead and do a proper battle here.
That mob of reptilian scoundrels travelled far for their precious gold. It must be important. What are they hiding? What secrets does it contain? The winds of magic have shunned me for too long. My thoughts constantly at odds with one another. All the while, those bulbous, slant-toed priests conjure great spells for their futile causes. And now they hide behind the glyph-enchanted tower. I must reconnect with my powers. I must silence the voices in my head. Forward, deckhands! Bring me that slan gold, or I'll send you back to your watery graves.
So here we go. Of course, the quest battle here with Luthor trying to get the slan gold. As we go up the hill, you can see Luthor and the Haunter there leading the charge. towards the lizard men defending their precious artifacts. If we turn on the UI, you can see not too much of a lizardman force here. Of course, there will likely be reinforcements because this is a quest battle. And we can see now Luthor about to land and charge in. We're moving up our artillery and everyone else as well to assist. Luthor firing off a shot of his pistol as we see him come in. Oh, it looks like he's actually going to cast a breath attack here on their lord, taking quite a sizable chunk of his health. And it looks like Luthor's going to go straight in there, throwing a debuff on the enemy and just trying to rout the enemy lord early for that leadership debuff. The enemy lord there on a little dinosaur looking thing, but Luthor has a Terrorgeist, which is much more formidable, as the enemy lord already trying to run away there. Not in full retreat just yet, but their leadership is very minimal. And there we see the enemy lord routing. Luthor will chase them down to kill them. As we turn behind here, we see our vampire fleet captain casting plenty of magic. They're also casting, there we go, a Kraken, that is. And our vampire fleet captain there coming in on a rotting Promethean, also summoning some rotting Prometheans. Our Haunter already on the front lines. Our depth guard coming up the hill, really just to try and stop anyone going down towards our artillery and whatnot. Of course, trying to avoid friendly fire. If the depth guard charged in now, there would be a ton of friendly fire, as we see Queen Bess crashing down. And it actually looks like 2 of the enemy units are already retreating from the battle. Make that 3, make that 5. And I think that's a successful first wave there for Luthor. As we see a bit of friendly fire from Queen Bess, but that rotting Promethean unit is a summoned unit, so that should be okay. And now we just see the enemy reinforcements in the background, moving for the trees there. Very wise, so our artillery and range units can't hit them too easily. And if we look here, they do have some quite powerful units. A Bastillodon there with a revivification crystal on it. And I believe they also have another dinosaur unit somewhere here, although it looks like they seem to be hidden here. And then of course their wizard lord, lizard with magic, being quite powerful. So if we turn around here, our vampire fleet captain Luthor and the Haunter just retreating to the line of depth guard, really just waiting for the enemy to make their advance. And if you go down here, our artillery still firing off. So we have Noob Firewalker down here, our Gunnery White just replenishing the ammo of our artillery so they can keep firing. We have our Deck Gunners just in case of a flank. Queen Bess, beautiful piece of artillery, as well as our carronades and mortars, and then of course the Necrofix Colossus. So coming back up to the top of the hill now, the enemy almost upon us. In fact, summoning some magic on our Haunter there as he soaks up the missile damage. Our artillery already firing into the enemy. You see quite a number of lizards, and there we see their dinosaur, a feral carnosaur there. If Luthor tries to single him out, it should be okay. And we see our vampire fleet captain there summoning one of our favourite spells, doing huge damage. Absolutely insane stuff there. And now the enemy lord hitting Luthor with some missiles, and Luthor going in for an attack. So we see him advance. Our Haunter and vampire fleet captain also going in for an attack, and he targets the enemy lord, but he's quickly intercepted there by the feral carnosaur. And now it looks like Luthor versus the feral carnosaur. Let's go in for a close-up here. Of course, this dinosaur is a bit bigger than Luthor's Terrorgeist, as they get stuck on each other. You definitely wouldn't want to be a foot soldier in the middle of these two fighting. And Luthor getting knocked back quite a fair bit there, struggling to land a hit as he actually turns his focus to the infantry. If we turn around, you can see our vampire fleet captain debuffing the enemy. We have our Votin Prometheans as well as our Haunter amongst the chaos, just dealing with the enemy. And the enemy have some cavalry units who have also joined the fight now. Plenty of chaos happening here. Just look at those scenes as we turn around. The Feral Carnosaur seems to have routed. I'm not sure where to. We turn on the UI. There he is, but he's decided to come back for a second round. We'll see if he can handle Luthor. Luthor is kind of pinned down at the moment by the enemy Saurus. And the Feral Carnosaur going right past Luthor actually. Looks like he might be headed for our Vampire Fleet Captain in the background. And Luthor uses that opportunity to go and chase down the enemy Lord. Of course, Terrorgeist versus a Wizard shouldn't be much of a struggle. So we look at the enemy's health bar there. It's every attack is doing a sizable amount of damage. And in the background, another magic spell being cast there. Just look at the dead bodies caused from this. And in the background, our Haunter going one-on-one with the Carnosaur. A mighty swipe of his tail there. And I think the Carnosaur has had enough. The Haunter really showing him who's boss. As we see a debuff also cast on the Carnosaur. The Haunter just slowly trying to catch up, but I think that's a speed battle. He cannot win there. So as we zoom out and just look at the carnage now, we've basically chased off most of their forces. A lot of them retreating, the rest quite weak. Our Vampire Fleet Captain taking a bit of damage. And there we see Luthor finally getting the kill on the enemy as he takes on an enemy cavalry unit. Of course, cavalry for the Lizardmen on mini dinosaurs. Quite cool. The cold ones there. In the background we see more magic going off. Our Vampire Fleet Captain casting another debuff, just trying to stay alive because she is quite weak now. And the enemy Bastillodon goes in to attack her. It shouldn't be too long before she actually begins crumbling, which would be a worry. Luthor coming in to assist. Of course, not leaving his lords to perish. There's Luthor knows he's close to restoring his fractured mind here. A mission that he's been on for many years now. And our Vampire Fleet Captain is indeed starting to crumble. She's retreating from battle, so we need a fast victory here to make sure she doesn't actually die. And there we go, a decisive victory. There we go, a decisive victory there. Our unit's doing incredibly well, especially our Vampire Fleet Captain, definitely getting plenty of kills with her magic. Queen Bess getting over 100 kills. But yeah, our Luthor, the Vampire Fleet Captain, and the Haunter there just doing amazing at just tanking and drawing in the enemy. So our artillery and our Vampire Fleet Captain to just get maximum damage off there. But let's get back to the campaign map because we now have a new unique item, and I believe Luthor's mind is finally restored. So 3.1k gold there and a massive 9.1k experience. Very nice, taking out the Lizardmen units there. Now we could get some replenishment, which I think would be a good idea here. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the replenishment there, so our army is back to maximum health. And we did gain a new trait, so plus 10 leadership and plus 10 charge bonus now for Luthor. Very nice, and we did complete the quest. And there's our new item. It is well known that Lustrian gold is enchanted with all manner of esoteric properties. Harkon thinks it will restore his fractured mind. We will see, did it in fact restore his mind? I'm not sure, maybe we'll get a pop-up next turn. Luthor did manage to get 2 rank ups in that battle, which is very nice. So let's go ahead and improve his combat proficiency here. I don't think we care too much about charge bonus, right? Let's give him some more hit points, make him a bit more tanky. Our Vampire Fleet Captain also got 2 level ups there. Very lucky to not die. Of course, we need to be rank 20 for that immortality, so we are almost there now. And let's go ahead and max out her Kraken's pool. She's a very powerful spellcaster now. Our Gunnery White also getting 2 level ups. Let's go ahead and give him more missile strength. So now 12% missile strength. That's also very nice. That's 968 now. Wow. And then Timmy, the Haunter here, what a name, also got a level up. So let's go ahead and give him more melee defense. He was very tanky in that battle. And now we've given him 62 melee defense. That is insane. So our heroes will replenish during the end turn here. We do actually have a lot of movement left. Where should we go? Now we could go north to this dwarven settlement, but I think we should go south because there's more land for us to take down here in general. So let's go down to Oixor. I really do suck at these lizardman pronunciations. And what else could we do here? Can we build anything on Luthor's ship, I wonder? We do have 10k. I think we need 20k for tier 5 ship. So let's just go ahead and do some housekeeping. I really haven't looked at all of these items. We have a lot of magic items here. So I will give Luthor that 20% spell resistance there. I think it's very strong, although a potion of healing is also very strong. It did help us in that battle, although now that we're leveling him up, I don't think we'll need that. Let's give him the spell resistance. Not quite sure. We have 60% spell resistance. That's very nice, so we shouldn't be too weak to those. We do have some armor we can give him here, so +5 armor and 8% ward save. Let's go ahead and give that to Luthor. And we have a jellyfish in a jar, so it gives Luthor poison attacks. We will keep that on him, but in general we don't have too many magic items here. We do have quite a lot of ancillaries. We could get +4% research rate and recruitment cost. Recruitment cost would be very nice, actually. I think the ammunition here and reload time reduction is very nice. Armor piercing is also quite nice. That's also quite nice. We don't need this one. +4 melee defense, because we're not using those units. Let's get rid of him. Zombie pirate, gunnery mob, and deck droppers. We are using deck... No, we're using deck gunners, so we don't need master gunner either. This is also very nice. So let's go ahead and give him a ship necromancer. And what could we do here? Let's give him a melee defense. We may as well. So is that all of... That's Luthor's only quest. And that's done. Let's go ahead and just give you some ancillaries as well. We could give our vampire fleet captain a potion of healing here, which I think I will do. And what else can we give her? Nothing, because we only have magical items here. We could also give our Haunter a potion of healing, because he will be in melee. And then what is Moonshine? Base weapon damage, armor piercing weapon damage, and flame resistance. We'll give it to our vampire, our gunnery white there. There we go. So our housekeeping is done. Let's go ahead and open our diplomacy. Oh, we can now get that defensive alliance with Harkon. So let's go ahead and do that. It's only 71 gold, so let's go ahead and get that. We could well get a military alliance with him soon. That would be very nice. But let's go ahead and end our turn here.
Your timing could not be better. The scurvy dogs are due a feed.
So the tic-tac-toe here declaring war against us, and Harkon and Clan Pestilent do join us in that war, which is very nice. And Gorok coming in for one final attack here. We're being attacked, but Lord Skrok is actually here ready to defend us. Wow, he actually has some Rotten Prometheans in his army as well as a Carronade. That alliance working very well for the Skaven. That is an auto-resolve, and that should be Gorok now wiped out of the campaign. Let's go ahead and get the extra gold here. Okay, these end turn timers are quite something, and there we go. It's have been obliterated. There is nothing left apart from the echoing laughter of thirsting gods. Gorok finally defeated after 98 turns. Wow, it's definitely been a learning experience, that's for sure. But it's been a fun one. So where can Luthor reach? We can reach 2 places here. We are at war with both. Let's go for Thrice Cursed Peak, baby. Although, yeah, where is this? capital? Oh, it's up here. Okay. Maybe we can go up and take that. Yeah, let's go ahead and take Thrice Cursed Peak this turn. Of course, we're saving up for that 20k gold. We can't actually reach it. Okay. So let's go ahead into in-camp. And then we should be able to recruit a unit. No, only global. How do I recruit from my ship then? I'm not quite sure how ship recruitment works. Is it only from global? We'll see. We could just dig. Yeah. No luck there. I'm not sure there's a random chance to get a map if there's no quest for it. But we are swimming in gold right now. Let's go ahead and gold per turn. So we can get a non-aggression pact with Aranessa here. I think I will do that. Let's go ahead and do this. And we can also get a trade agreement with her. Very nice. We can also get a non-aggression pact with Manfred here, which I think I will also do. There we go. We're finally meeting some undead allies and Clan Scryer. Also with the non-aggression pact there. Let's do that because we are already allied to Clan Pestilence, so maybe the Skavens and the vampires here, it's a dawn of a new age. Do we have any more diplomacy? No, we're getting closer to that military alliance with Harkon too. This is turning into quite the interesting campaign now. I will not lie, and just look how huge Immortal Empires is. Isn't that incredible? It really is. Wow. It's amazing. Already over here feels quite big as we struggle to take over all of Lustria. But let's go ahead and end our turn and go to turn 99. Okay, that was a long end turn. I actually had to change the camera settings there, so now we only see the animations for enemies, just so we know when we're being attacked. And Harkon there, building an outpost in our settlement, very nice. And a wow, fails. Of course, we're going to save up this 20k gold here, which we'll have next turn, so we get tier 5 ship on Luthor. And then for 100% we're going to build some outposts. And maybe we can make some cool themed vampire coast, Skaven and Tomb King armies. Like, oh, it's insane. So let's go ahead and attack Thrice Cursed Peak first. There we go, it's going to be a very easy auto-resolve there. Very nice, and of course we will occupy this even though it's not optimal terrain. And we actually just gained an achievement, Peak Nobility. What's this? Have a level 30 Lord. There we go, you can see I haven't played too much Warhammer 3. Waiting for Immortal Empires, like quite a few people. So now we are level 30. What skill can we get here? Let's go ahead and give him... Let's give him some melee attack. There we go. And our Haunter also getting another level up. We got some melee attack, weapon strength. Let's give him some hit points, just so he can last a bit longer in battle. And if we zoom out here, what is my plan of action? I think we take over the Southlands, not the, well, the south of Lustria, sorry, and work our way up. Melwyn also coming back here, sadly, and then taking out the Empire up here, just so we can unite all of Lustria and turn it into an undead wasteland. And yeah, we're gonna have to deal with some Dark Elves and stuff. That's fine. I'm really not sure how the recruitment works here. Military train buildings are required. Ah, of course. I've been focusing so much on normal buildings. We don't have any military buildings yet because I've just been focusing on getting to tier 5, and then we will get the recruitment buildings. Of course, that's why we couldn't recruit that. So I think that's an end turn. We will check the diplomacy, of course. No more trade agreements. Oh, we can finally get that military alliance with Harkon. So 100% we're going to get that. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. And we do have that 20k gold now, actually, because of this. So let's go over to Luthor. Here he is. And we can upgrade his ship to tier 5. There we go. Good things are happening. And 3k gold on the end turn. We do have quite a lot of outposts and stuff to build, so we won't recruit a second army yet, but it is coming soon. So let's go ahead to turn 100 now.
You smell worse than my decomposing deckhands. Tomb thing.
So Harkon asking me to join the war against Oracles of Tzeentch. Of course, I do respect our military alliance, so we will go ahead and join his war. The vampires here really gonna create a world just full of undead. And a new trait, minus 5% recruitment cost for the Lord's army. Very nice. And settlement besiege, that's okay. I believe that's the dwarves. Yeah, the dwarves with an army here. Almost a full stack actually. That could be a fun battle to fight manually. We can't reach the Mine of Bearded, or the Mine of the Bearded Skulls here. But maybe that's something we can go towards next turn, and then we can work our way down the coast and take these lands here. In fact, that does sound like a very good idea. We also have a quest here. A treasure map buried. So let's go ahead and work our way down here. We won't take any attrition, so that's fine. Of course, we are tier 5 now, so let's go ahead up. We could just save gold and build these, costing quite a lot. Although that plus 30% campaign movement range, minus 15% upkeep is very nice actually. Or we could start building outposts, although I feel like maybe we should save 10,000 for the Necrofex Colossus first. I think that's a good idea. That's a very strong unit there. Oh, we're not at war with these guys yet. That could be a fun battle here. We do have a right we can perform. It's just, yeah, it's not very useful. And let's go ahead and check our diplomacy. We can get a non-aggression pact with Grom the Paunch. I don't think I want that. We don't have room for greenskins here. Skaven's, we can just about deal with Skaven, of course. But, yeah, not interested in uniting with the greenskins. But sadly, that's all I have time for today. I've been recording for just over an hour now. If we zoom out and get a look at our lands, we have conquered a lot of Lustria. We almost own about a third of it now. So next episode, I'm sure we'll take over the southern settlements here in Lustria. And then we march north for a mighty war against the Empire. But that's all for today. I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Thank you for watching, everyone.